Good evening, this is the Vsb Tv 11 News for Thursday, May 22nd. I'm Peter Cattell. Our top story, civil aviation authorities have confirmed to Vsb News that Seoul Petroleum was experiencing problems in the supply of jet fuel to aircraft using the L.F. Wade International Airport, to the point that cancellations are beginning to occur, with the Boston-Bermuda flight unable to take place today. Director Aaron Adderley said this evening that Seoul Petroleum were to have issued a press release explaining to the public what the problem was and what was being done to correct it, and that it was hoped the issue would have been corrected by tomorrow night. Mr. Adderley was adamant that the airlines, who usually carried enough fuel to fly to Bermuda and back, had not been seriously affected. Post-resignation changes are already occurring in the Cabinet, with Mark Pettingill resigning as the Attorney General and Trevor Moniz being sworn in as the new Attorney General. Premier Michael Dunkley told the media this afternoon that he reluctantly accepted Mr. Pettingill's resignation, but he is confident that Mr. Moniz is more than capable of fulfilling the post.
I was approached by the Attorney General, Mark Pettingill, and he offered his resignation because he'd be picking up an opportunity in the private sector. We had a good discussion on what he's done and where he's going to go, and I reluctantly accepted the resignation. Let me take this opportunity to thank the former AG for the work that he's done. I don't think people realize until you fill that role just the magnitude of work that has to be done. Mr. Pettingill has trumpeted some very important legislation through chambers and into Cabinet and into the House over the past 18 months, and he needs to be thanked for his commitment to do that, and he's put us in a good position to go forward. I am certainly excited to, while I'm disappointed to lose a person of the quality of Mark Pettingill, he is committed to the backbench and to the work of the government and supporting not only the government but certainly the new Attorney General. And so I'm excited to welcome the new Attorney General of Bermuda, Trevor Moniz, into that role. He's got a tremendous task ahead of him. There's a number of pieces that are there on the table, and he'll have to pilot those through. Knowing Trevor, as I've had for many years, he's very aptly qualified to do the position. So I wish him all success. I think the people of Bermuda are fortunate in the One Bermuda Alliance government to have a number of individuals who have the quality and the pedigree that is needed to be the Attorney General. Until Tuesday, the Attorney General will be acting as the Minister of Health. On Tuesday, it is our intention to come back and swear in MP Jean Atherton as the next Minister of Health.
Newly appointed Trevor Moniz stated that he looks forward to his new role in Cabinet.
I would just like to take this opportunity to thank the Premier for the confidence he resides in me. I don't know if it's any indication that I seem to be getting moved around rather frequently, but I will, as I've said to him, I will always do my best to fulfill that confidence for the people of Bermuda.
Medical cannabis advocate Alan Gordon is calling for an immediate amnesty to enable current cancer sufferers to benefit from the 50 locally available cannabis varieties. Until this is done, he says the price will continue to be astronomical and beyond the reach of the many residents who are facing a life or death situation. He admits to moving illegal plants around the island to help medical treatment and says it makes him feel like a criminal or a Cold War spy. Life-saving medicine should not be delayed by bureaucracy and forms, says Gordon. Cancer patients shouldn't wait one more day nor be asked to break the law. The 25 new Bermuda police recruits will have their first chance to observe their trained brethren in action when they join the regulars, the Bermuda Regiment and members of the Reserve Police, to ensure that this holiday weekend is free of guns, gangs and acts of violence. Head of Community Policing, Superintendent Martin Weeks, says the police will be using high-visibility patrols to ensure public order.
In line with our strategic intent of tackling guns, gangs, drugs and violence, the BPS are intent on deterring those members of the public that might seek to disrupt the holiday weekend with acts of violence and criminality. Patrols will be paying particular attention to incidents of public disorder, antisocial behaviour and weapons possession. Those persons who are not deterred by the presence of the police and commit these offences can expect to be promptly arrested and delivered before the courts. The Bermuda Day Parade will also be the first outing for the 25 recruits of Recruit Foundation course number 76 who get to come out. They won't be out in full uniform, as they've only been with us for a few days, as you're all aware. However, they will be deployed alongside our other officers to learn how we do this kind of thing. The public is reminded that on Monday a number of roads will be closed and they should plan alternate travel routes appropriately. The routes for the race and the parade are similar to previous years, and the police will, as usual, be manning junctions with designated marshals to control traffic.
Road Safety Council Chairman Carlton Christopher called on the public to consider their actions when participating in the fun of the weekend.
Today, we are encouraged and reminding our community, in spite of the celebrations, please think, choose and live. Recently, there has been a marked increase in the amount of collisions on the roads, and we must do what we can to discourage these collisions. This Bermuda Day weekend, the Road Safety Council is asking all Bermuda to remember the following. Think about your driving habits and the choices you make when driving. Choose to make better decisions when driving and riding on the roads. Live to celebrate special moments with your loved ones.
A political poll that asks who is in touch with the concerns of most Bermudians was released today by Profiles of Bermuda. The survey was conducted with 375 registered voters over a 2-month period ending May 19th, and it has a margin of error of plus or minus 5%. The poll says that 48% of the people taking part in the poll cited the PLP as being the party most in touch with the concerns of Bermudians, while 25% cited the OBA, a margin of 2-1. A further 18% felt that neither party was in touch with their concerns, while 8% were unsure. While 69% of black voters felt that the PLP was more in touch, 56% of whites plumped for the OBA. The sample was 62% black and 31% white, in keeping with the population. The Elbow Beach, Bermuda's 90-year-old iconic South Shore hotel, has reopened as an independently managed property under the direction of the Burns Group, represented by industry leader Edmund Burns. Previously managed by the Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group until March 2014, the decision to reopen as an independent resort was based on the strength of the brand name recognition of Elbow Beach and the resort's world-class ground sand facilities. Mr. Burns brings more than 30 years of diversified hospitality industry experience to the resort, along with an extensive track record of hotel revitalization. Over the course of his career, Mr. Burns has participated in the development, construction, and opening of more than $2 billion of hotel real estate. The Bermuda National Standards Committee has completed another successful year with accreditation of 4 human service providers and certification of 1 charity, effective January of this year. Minister of Community, Culture and Sports, Wayne Scott, made the presentation of certificates at a press briefing this morning.
These private and public agencies have demonstrated that they are operating at an international level of best practice in all areas and will continue to report their successes and growth to the BNSC each year over the next 4 years. The agencies that were accredited by BNSC were Employee Assistance Program of Bermuda, the Cross-Ministry Intervention Team under the Government Department of Child and Family Services. Also, 2 agencies were reaccredited, Foster Care Services and Child Protection Services. Both agencies fall under the remit of Bermuda Government's Department of Child and Family Services. And now all of the sections under the Department of Child and Family Services have achieved accreditation through the BNSC.
This year, the Bermuda Cancer and Health Center was certified by the BNSC and will continue to report to the BNSC each year over the next 4 years. At 1:22 p.m. today, police responded to a report of a single-vehicle road traffic collision that took place at Spar Lane in Sands, involving a tourist riding an livery cycle and a pillion passenger. Upon police arrival at the scene, the male rider, a 61-year-old male, was breathing and complaining of chest pains. The female 41-year-old passenger sustained a minor laceration to her knee, and both were transported to the King Edward Memorial Hospital for treatment. We can now report that the rider of the cycle's condition has rapidly deteriorated, and his condition has been downgraded to critical and life-threatening. Police are appealing for witnesses or anyone who may have seen the collision to contact police on 295-0011.
It's barbecue time. Purdue Fresh Value Pack chicken thighs, only $1.99 per pound. Imported Haitian mangoes, just $2.99 each, saving you $1. Save 60 cents on all varieties of Hunt's barbecue sauce, only $1.89 for an 18-ounce bottle. Dozen large imported brown or white eggs, just $2.89. All varieties of Wise potato chips, only $1.49 for a 3.75-ounce bag. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
Copyfax is Bermuda's authorized Samsung dealer. See a large range of Samsung color and black and white multifunctional machines, printers, scanners, faxes, and copiers, and all networkable. Copyfax has Samsung machines suitable for home, office, or any size business in an A4 format, taking up less room than other similar equipment. And replacement supplies are in stock for all of their Samsung products. Affordable shopping at Copyfax Limited, where service comes first.
Buying a new bike? Go with the company that offers brand name quality and great after-sales service. Oleander Cycles. Whether you're a daily commuter looking for a reliable ride or business owner sourcing wheels for your delivery team, you'll find bikes to suit your needs at Oleander Cycles. Oleander carries quality bikes from respected manufacturers PGO and TGB, and a full line of accessories from helmets to top boxes and baby seats. Just as important as the bike is the service behind it. Oleander delivers with 7-day-a-week service in our 4 locations, same-day service with appointment, an extensive inventory of parts, and a 6-month warranty on new bikes. Visit our Hamilton or Paget showroom today. Best bikes, best service, Oleander Cycles.
Bermuda is an easy way to find great discounts while discovering fun activities to do in Bermuda.
Discover the best spas, restaurants, activities, services, and shops at 50% off.
Sign up to Bermuda and start saving today.
Award-winning floral artist and architect Nikki Correa created a garden to reflect the best that Bermuda has to offer, from the island's verdant landscapes to the unique pink sand beaches. The display also pays homage to the Fairmont Hamilton Princess Hotel, which will celebrate its 130th anniversary next year, and Princess Louise, after whom the hotel was named, as she often visited the island on winter retreats and called Bermuda a place of eternal spring. The garden also honored John Lennon, who visited Bermuda in 1980, after which he created his last album called Double Fantasy. It is worthy to note that the Chelsea Flower Show is named after the Double Fantasy album. Ms. Correa's vision is that 2 different but influential people can come together to create one whole. The Royal Horticultural Society Chelsea Flower Show is taking place between May 20th and 24th at the Royal Hospital in London. A new gem has been added to Fairmont Hamilton Princess's Dining Crown. The 1609 bar and restaurant opens its doors this weekend. Commemorating the year the survivors of the sea venture became Bermuda's first settlers, the spectacular vistas, scrumptious menu, and exotic cocktails would make those first settlers green with envy. George Terpolowski, Managing Director of Fairmont Bermuda, explains.
The main feature is the fact that anywhere you sit in this restaurant, you get panoramic views of Hamilton Harbor. It's elevated above the water, so you've got these stunning vistas in any seat, either at a table or at the bar of the restaurant. The design of the restaurant and the name of the restaurant are trying to be tied into the historic and iconic nature of the Fairmont Hamilton Princess. Obviously, 1609 is the year that survivors of the Sea Venture first became the island's first settlers. So because of the inherent historic nature of the property, we wanted to tie in that historical connection.
What about the menu?
Well, the menu is deliberately designed to be a pretty eclectic mix of items. We recognize the fact that we've got to be appealing to hotel guests, to locals in the community, and also to boaters. So we have a pretty wide range of appetizers and entrees that are designed to provide an opportunity for anyone at any point, any time of the day, to find something that's appealing. So everything from chicken sattés to sushi preparations. There's obviously classics like steak frite. There are wonderful pulled pork sandwiches and classic burgers. The whole idea of it is to have a sense of being outside and at the same time being protected from the sun.
Now, here's the Reinsurance Business Report, presented by Bermuda Re. Bermuda Reinsurance News, brought to you by Bermuda Re. Endurance's COO has left the company months into her tenure, suggesting possible issues concerning the firm's M&A bid for Aspen and the turnaround strategy being pursued by CEO John Sharman. Catherine Kalajian was appointed Chief Operations Officer in July 2013, but only weeks into its hostile M&A bid for Aspen, Kalajian has left the insurer. Appleby has acted as Bermuda counsel to African Risk Capacity, ARC, helping to establish a specialist hybrid mutual insurance company to help African Union member states become more resilient to extreme weather events. The specialized agency has also been advised on protecting insecure food populations in light of climate change. The board of directors at Renaissance Re has announced it will approve an increase in the company's share repurchase program, bringing the total current authorization to $500 million. ACE has introduced enhanced insurance cover for the life science industry in continental Europe as it continues to build its specialty casualty offering for middle market and multinational businesses across the region. Blue Capital Global Reinsurance Fund, the reinsurance fund managed by Montpelier Re subsidiary Blue Capital, says retrocessional and cat bond prices dropped by 20% at the start of the year on the back of competition in the market. Third Point Re has said that deteriorating market conditions in the reinsurance market have prompted it to limit the size of its catastrophe investment fund. That's Bermuda Reinsurance News, brought to you by Bermuda Re. Now, here's a look at the daily markets, presented by Bias.
Here are the daily markets presented by Bias. Global equity markets edged higher on Thursday as data showed factory activity picked up in both the United States and China, while U.S. Treasury prices slipped on the signs of growth in the world's largest economy. U.S. stocks rose with a rebound in small-cap shares as data showing strength in manufacturing boosted confidence in the global economy. The Nasdaq rose 0.55% to close at 4,154. On the Bermuda Stock Exchange today, 7,200 shares of Ascendant Group shares changed hands. The price fell 3.23% to $7.50. 4,000 shares of Keytech traded. The price fell 4.04% to $4.75. Italian stocks fell 1.09%, underperforming firmer equity markets elsewhere in Europe on Thursday, as concerns about this week's European Parliament elections weighed on Milan. Most Asian stocks rose on Thursday. Japan's Nikkei share average rose 2.1% today as a survey showed an improvement in Chinese manufacturing. Latin American equity markets advanced in line with U.S. markets. The Vsb climbed as a drop in Brazil's jobless rate improved the outlook for consumer stocks, while mining companies and steelmakers followed metals higher. Treasury prices fell, hurt by strong demand for an auction of 10-year inflation-protected securities. Benchmark 10-year yields rose 2% to 2.55%. The U.S. dollar appreciated versus most major trading peers today. The yen was weaker as improving outlook for Chinese manufacturing dampened demand for the safe haven. That was a look at the daily markets presented by Bias. There's more news after the break.
We live in a beautiful environment. One way to help keep it that way is to always remember your reusable grocery bag. If you forgot, you can still do your part in saving our planet by buying a Marketplace green bag for only $1.19. Not only are they good for groceries, but they're handy for many other uses. Always have your bags inside of you or put your grocery list in one so that you don't forget your reusable bags. You and the Marketplace are helping to save the environment by choosing to reuse.
Bermuda Cablevision invites you to attend an inspiring concert called To Bermuda with Love. This uniquely Bermudian family event will be held at the National Sports Center on Sunday, May 25th at 5:30 p.m. The concert will benefit Cablevision's Open Hands Loving Hearts food drive, which collects and distributes food to charities across Bermuda who are running feeding programs for the needy. Start celebrating Bermuda Day early with performances by some of Bermuda's most talented entertainers, including gospel artists, children's groups, choirs, jazz musicians, and more. There is no monetary admission fee. However, you are asked to bring 3 non-perishable food items per person to donate to the Open Hands Loving Hearts food drive. Everyone is invited to come out and enjoy this one-of-a-kind family evening, which will inspire and uplift you while you help a very worthy cause. See you on May 25th.
The following vignette was taken from Bermuda 5 Centuries by Rosemary Jones and other local history sources, and is sponsored by Belco, The Power to Save, Lindo's, Why Go Anyplace Else, Gosling's, Bermuda Investment Advisory Services, and Colonial Insurance.
Only the blind and prejudiced will not agree that the progress has been great, and only the blind and the prejudiced will not agree that there is much more to do. Sir Henry Tucker, May the 20th, 1968.
With comedian-singer Jimmy Keys packing them in at the Red Steakhouse on Front Street, the owners have come up with a way of helping a worthy local charity, namely the Eliza Doolittle Society, supplier of meals to thousands of Bermudians through the local networks. The restaurant's spokesperson, Melissa Forbes, told us about the event, which takes place next Tuesday and involves a 5-course meal and a 2-hour show.
Basically, Sarah came to us at Red originally looking to do a soup, which they do. They try and create menus that are under $15. So then we got to talking, and she found out about Jimmy Keys. Everyone's been incredibly excited, and we've been sold out almost every night for Mr. Jimmy. And so we decided to team up together, and we're putting on a charity function in order to raise money for the Eliza Doolittle Society. We really believe in giving back at Red. So we, in the fall, we did a really successful function, ladies' luncheon for breast cancer, and we ended up raising $4,000 that day for that. So it's something that we really believe in. So we actually donate a meal a month to the Eliza Doolittle Society. Sarah's just been so lovely and getting us involved, and they have so much that they do, but they're still in need, right? They've done over 13,000 meals they've provided this year alone in 2014, but their food banks are running dry. So we really need to help out, whether it's a restaurant or a family, or you know, whether you can come to the event on Tuesday or you just donate to the Eliza Doolittle.
Bermuda is me.
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 Bermuda is all of us. Happy Heritage Month from Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
People and Places with Charles Webb. Mondays in the Vsb TV 11 Evening News at 7:30, 8:30 and midnight. Sponsored by Big Saving Zone at the end of Stocks Road, St. David's.
We at VSB know on May 26th you're going to be busy staking out your parade spot. It is tradition, after all. Well, here's a new tradition. While you're waiting for the parade to start, watch the Appleby Bermuda Half Marathon on your mobile device. VSB is proud to give you live coverage for the first time, available straight from our website. Just go to www.vsb.bm on your phone, tablet, or computer and watch it all unfold with live audio commentary from the VSB race announcers. See you at the race, Monday, May 26th.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's VSB weather forecast. Our weather shot is brought to us by Edward Williams, taken in St. George's of last night. Absolutely beautiful shot of St. George's Harbor, bathed in beautiful Bermuda blues. Nice calm waters to end another beautiful day before another one started today. Thank you, Ed, for sending in this wonderful shot. Temperatures for today, we had a high of 78 at 2 in the afternoon and a low of 69 at 1 in the morning. Current conditions, 72 degrees, humidity 70%, winds west-southwest 16 to 22 knots, and barometric pressure is steady at 30.10 inches. Rainfall index for the month of May, 1.3 for a yearly total of 22.33. Yearly normal for this time is 20.58. And looking at the satellite. High pressure will move across the area tonight, providing mainly dry conditions for the next few days. Southwesterly winds strengthen on Thursday as a series of lows emerge and pass by to the north. Showers begin to develop late on Friday and increase on Saturday with a chance for thunderstorms. Those of you who are traveling, Atlanta partly cloudy, 89. Boston cloudy and 57. Charlotte mostly cloudy, 85. London 65, mostly cloudy. Miami 87, mostly sunny. New York 66, mostly cloudy. Orlando 95, mostly sunny. Philadelphia mostly cloudy and 72. Toronto thunderstorms and 63. And Washington partly cloudy and 75 degrees. Back at home tonight, partly cloudy with a low near 68. Winds southwest 18 to 22 knots. Tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud with a high near 76. Winds southwest 18 to 22 knots and then decreasing to 14 to 18 knots at times. Marine tonight, we've got a small craft warning with seas inside the reef, 1 to 2 feet. Seas outside the reef, 4 to 7 feet, and the sea surface temperature is 75 degrees. Marine tomorrow, the small craft warning continues with seas inside the reef, 1 to 2 feet, seas outside the reef, 4 to 7 feet. Low tide will be at 10:53 in the morning, and high tide will be at 5:13 in the afternoon. Saturday, mostly cloudy, afternoon showers, breezy with a chance of thunder late, high near 76. Sunday, a few showers, a chance of thunder early, then sunny periods, breezy with a high near 74. Monday, looking better for the parade, mix of sun and cloud with a high near 73. And Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high near 74. Thank you to Jeremy Entwistle, our meteorologist for tonight, and everyone at the Bermuda Weather Service, who would also like me to let you know that Hurricane Awareness Week starts next week, so please check out weather.bm. Quick shout out to the team over at TK Hair, and thank you to the viewers for tuning in. Have a great evening.
Thanks so much for watching the TV11 News. Good night.
Wardrobe and makeup for Rachel Sorden, provided by Gibbons Company.
Vsb TV 11, Bermuda.